Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Solar Tech. If like me, you have purchased the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, I guess the next thing you want to think about is purchasing a case to protect it. Well, I may have one for you to consider. With that said, follow me. This is the case that I purchased from Amazon.com, and as you can see, it came in two parts. In addition, you also get this cleaning kit. And everything came inside this box, and that was written on there as well. In terms of pricing, this was $39 on Amazon.com, and they did have a discount, and with that brought it down, but I managed to get it for $32, and that was with tax. And you may be able to get it slightly cheaper, but you can always have a look on Amazon.com. All right, so now time to demonstrate the beauty of the case. So obviously you've got the back there, and let me just show you here. Obviously it does have a kickstand. That was one of the alluring factors to it, so I was really pleased. And again, so if I just put this on gently, place that in there. Look at that, clips on nice and easy on the back, and then on the front. And you'll notice I've still got this sticker on. Once I peel that off, then that will stick on the front there. And then what I do is I just slide that in over the front, and look at that, simple, really simple. Yeah, very simple indeed. And the other beauty as well is because the cameras have a slight bump on them, but once you put the case on, look at that, there is no rocking whatsoever. Protects the cameras, so that is really fantastic. Yeah, really like that. Really good, pretty sturdy as well. Do like that. See when you open, yeah, so it's pretty good. Okay, so obviously, yes, it did take me a while before finding the right case for this, because there were so many that my eyes were pretty sore. So what I want to do is just go over some pros and cons about this case. One of the pros or advantages of this case that I like is that it doesn't have any adhesive. You see, I just clip it on very easily. So apart from, so if I slip it off like this, usually with some cases they'll have some adhesive around the edges here. So that goes on there. Like I say, just slide that on and off very easily. Another thing I really like about this case is obviously it has the kickstand, so that's really good. So if you want to watch something, say like that, or when it's opened, let's get that open, you can watch that. Really nice. Yeah, do like that. Really good indeed. The other thing I like about this case as well is the back. So when you have the device open like this, now I'm not sure if you may have noticed, but when I was doing my research before settling on this case, there were some other cases that had this back end here, but those ones, when you grip it like so, what could happen is, you know, maybe you hear the doorbell ring or something, and all of a sudden you just clip this part here, and then this part for the S Pen Fold Edition will slide off. But with this one, there's no chance of that whatsoever. So that was one of the appealing factors about this one, is that you can use that to get a real firm grip on the device. So again, that was a very good, unique selling point for me. I was really impressed with this back grip here. And the other thing that I really like about this case as well is that you can use it for wireless charging, which is really good. I love that. That was because there were some others that didn't have that this feature, but yeah, the ability to do wireless charging with this device, with this case on, that was another key selling point. Yeah, so again, you can charge up a watch, some earbuds, obviously another device. Brilliant. So I was very happy with that. In terms of the cons, there weren't too many of them. I think there were only a couple, and one of them is the fact that with this section here, which houses the S Pen Fold Edition, what it does do is that it makes it, I find that it makes the device very bulky to hold, especially for any length of time. After a while you start to feel, I mean, maybe it's just me, because it's an expensive device, you're not going to hold it very loosely. I'm not sure about yourself, I'm going to hold this quite tight. I'm going to hold it quite tight because I don't want it dropping out of my hands. So you start to feel like, you know, you're having to hold it too tight, and then you can feel your veins almost, well, not popping out, but you can feel them. So I find that with this, I find it really uncomfortable, really do. But one way you can get around that is, for example, if you're not going to use an S Pen, especially the S Pen Fold Edition, because the S Pen Pro does not fit in this one. Where is it? I've got it. Just some gymnastics just behind the screen here. So this is the S Pen Pro. It does not fit inside at all. Only the Fold Edition will fit inside. Will fit inside there. So if you're not going to use the S Pen Fold Edition, or you're someone that maybe will invest in the S Pen Pro like I have, what you can do, and I love about this, is that you can actually remove this part altogether. See, right? Okay, you can remove this altogether, and now, this is feels so much better to hold. Yeah, it feels more uniform. I said with the compartment for the S Pen Fold, it felt awkward. And again, I don't have particularly big hands. I think if you have big hands, then it won't be a problem. But for someone like myself who doesn't have big hands, yeah, I just found it a little uncomfortable. But you may not. That's the whole idea of giving this review, so I can just, if you're thinking of buying this, you may think, okay, I've made some interesting points for you to make a note of. The other thing I don't like about this case is the fact that if you look, in fact, like I said, it's a solid case, really solid. If you drop your device, it's definitely going to protect it. Feels really, really sturdy. Yeah, really good. So I'm just going to walk you around it. So if you look there, yeah, obviously, yeah, you can see through the device. That's always been one of the gripes. Okay, so you look along, great. Yeah, look along there, everything looks fantastic on the side here. But what you may have not noticed is that for you to be able to access the SIM tray, you are going to have to take this part off. So that's going to be, luckily this one is not it's not stick-on, like I said, mentioned, like any adhesive on the side. So because the SIM tray is just here. So you can see, luckily I can slide this on and off if I need to access the SIM tray. So you could argue that's sort of one design flaw, that they could have made space here so you don't have to keep removing it. And that goes back to my other point, that if you had an adhesive on some cases on the sides here, you'd have to rip that off to get access to the SIM tray, which is a shame. But anyway, it's just, again, just something that I've noticed and for you to keep in mind. For me, it's not an issue because I said this one is not adhesive. I can just slide it off, change the SIM tray, and I'm good to go. And then just to illustrate what I am saying, so I'll just, in fact, let me just put my pin in off, so we can have a look at this. Oh, there we go. All right, we're good. We're in. Okay, so just to illustrate the point that I'm making, so here I have my Surface Duo, and as you can see, this bumper case here, it has this slot here for accessing the SIM tray. So again, that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, I do like that. Very nice design. I like that. Really good. And I think those are the points that I want to make regarding this case. But like I said, overall, I love this case. So again, if you've got any questions or comments, do not hesitate to drop them in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to respond. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. My name is Shola. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another episode.